Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, January the 12th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. Wow, do we have some fast-moving weather systems to deal with. Let's start off with a rather chilly morning look at the Alpha Skycam network. There's Birmingham. Most locations getting down a little chillier than I expected. We got down to near freezing for most locations. There's a look at a very placid river at Demopolis with plenty of clear skies. And then Dauphin Island looking off over the palm trees there, and a beautiful early morning sunrise shot. High pressure at the surface will be keeping us in glorious weather today, with temperatures climbing into the upper 50s for highs. The trough that brought us the wet weather yesterday morning has moved off the east coast and all that weather out in the Atlantic, but we're watching a rapidly moving system that is coming in right behind that one. So while we do have at least one nice day, it's going to be a pretty quick succession into the next system for Monday. Temperatures across the country not too bad. The nice news here is we're not seeing any minus values across the country at 5 a.m. Across central Alabama, most locations dipping back to around 32 degrees for their lows. The Northeast still covered by some flash flood and flood advisories, and we do have the pink area in Texas and New Mexico is high fire danger, and then we have some winter weather advisories up in the northern Rockies. QPF is not going to be nearly as much with this next system on Monday as we just saw. A lot of places getting between 1.5 and 2 inches of rain, but it looks like probably on the order of 1/4 to 1/2 inch will be the rainfall amounts. No severe weather expected today, with no organized severe thunderstorms forecast at all. And then there is the possibility that we'll see some marginally severe storms along the Gulf Coast on Monday. Those could advance over into Florida, but it looks like most of that would stay off in the Gulf of Mexico right now. All right, let's take a look at modeling this morning. This is the 06Z GFS model run. This is the map for 3 o'clock, and you can see the surface high centered across North Florida and Southeast Georgia. The trough that brought us the weather is gone, but another one is digging in quickly, approaching the Mississippi River on Monday, and that will begin to help to enhance the moisture across the southeastern U.S. and bring us another chance for rain, especially Monday afternoon and into the Monday evening hours and early Tuesday morning. Taking an intermediate time, and there's the surface pattern around midnight. You can see that we're going to get at least a little bit cooler immediately, but not especially cold immediately. That comes a day later. The first trough that brings the rain is moving off quickly to the east coast, but notice there's another one right slap dab on its heels coming in to the upper Midwest there and to the Central Plains states, and that one will be essentially dry, although there is the indications that it may be bringing some moisture with it, so I would expect at least a Wednesday morning to see some clouds and perhaps even some brief snow flurries or snow showers. Now, there's a little bit of timing difference. The European is a little bit slower in terms of getting the rain out of here on Tuesday, but it looks like models in relatively good agreement with the overall pattern. That next one digs in on Wednesday, and that's going to be a chilly day, a chilly raw day, as we see the 540 thickness contour dip all the way down to Mobile and the central Gulf Coast. And so that's going to be a day where we may not see highs in north and central Alabama get out of the 30s. And if we do get out of the 30s, we're not going to get much out of the lower 40s. So it's going to be a cold, raw day. That trough moves off quickly, and another one drops into the upper Midwest. This one not quite as strong, but it's with the surface high over the Gulf. We remain cut off with moisture. That one will dig in also on Friday. So once again, the 540 line pushing down close to the Gulf Coast on Friday, so that means a cold start to the day on Saturday. The pattern begins to dampen just a little bit on Saturday, so we should be close to seasonal values on Saturday. On Sunday, after Saturday being a rather chilly day, with lows dipping back into the 20s once again. So the pattern for Sunday still looking dry as the high pressure is centered over the Ohio River Valley primarily. Now, the pattern doesn't change much out into voodoo country. There's a look at the map for the 21st, the upper air chart, and we have another trough, another strong impulse coming through the overall long wave trough position over the eastern half of the country. So that looks cool again, not especially terribly cold, but cool at least. We see a much colder pattern and the possibility of some winter mischief around the 27th, 28th time frame. And then once again, the pattern being very quick with all of these systems. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Extreme video for today. James Spann will have the next version first thing on Monday morning. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoy this beautiful weather day and get a chance to get out and enjoy some activities outside, since we may have a good deal of wetness to deal with on Monday. Have a great day and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.